Ravens, they're orange and black. The scene just a short time ago. They were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's 2nd and 9. To the air again, Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
They're all going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
36 to Mike.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Bengals!
Joe Mixon.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Out. 11 MT.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's complete. This is starts. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These 2 teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visit. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff for Dobbins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Out to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A toss left, Mixon. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now down around his goal line. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Burrow's throw on target to Godwin here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
12.
Burrow will throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And that is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Dobbins.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 20. Now Dobbins.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Place hot. Hot. Sit hot.
Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Bengals. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the deep...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down at 4. Another run here with Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And some room to roam now. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 21-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here we go with Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Mixon. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.